They are 3 years and 11 years old, respectively. Their parents are minority Uyghur Muslims and have been locked up in transformation through education camps. It is unknown when the parents will be released. As more than 1 million Uyghurs are locked up in Xinjiang's transformation through education camps, more and more children are losing parental care. There is even a special name for families with both mother and father in custody, double detained families. And now, the Uyghur children from double detained families have been placed under concentrated supervision by the Chinese regime. They undergo full-time supervision and receive their education in Chinese only. Usually, the iron gates of these loving heart schools are firmly locked. The walls are barbed with wire, and access is strictly controlled. There is little chance for these children to go outside. The children only get to see their parents once a month during a monthly video call. According to a teacher, the children always cry after talking with their parents on video. Loving Heart is a euphemistic name given to outsiders by the Chinese authorities to conceal the nature of the facilities. Such names are common in Xinjiang. In August of 2018, our reporter secretly visited a shelter house located in the Newtown area of Kapkal County in Ili Kazakh Autonomous Prefecture and obtained valuable internal information. This shelter house began operations in August 2018. Unlike ordinary schools, when entering this facility, visitors must register their ID information in a special security room, and personal belongings must pass through a security check. Heavily guarded lookout posts, barbed wire on the walls, densely placed surveillance cameras, helmets, and other riot control gear in the first room inside the dormitory building. A map of China is hung in the dorm, and the walls are covered with propaganda slogans such as "I'm Chinese, I love my country," and "Always follow the Communist Party." The government even allocates military instructors to provide military training to these young children. Although there is a full range of facilities in the shelter house, this does not seem to make up for the children's pain of losing their parents. Instead, this experience will undoubtedly be traumatic and impose a lifetime of consequences on them. According to a teacher at the shelter house, as soon as evening comes, the children cry about wanting to go home to see their mom and dad. This is quite a headache for the teachers, who have been involuntarily deployed by the government. Emotional distress is not an isolated phenomenon. A teacher who previously worked at a welfare home, which is similar in nature to a shelter house in Bola City, told the reporter that more than 200 Uyghur children who were housed at that facility had very unstable moods. Some of them even tried to ingest laundry detergent or swallow fish bones to harm themselves. And some children asked, "Is this welfare home a jail?" A prison officer in Xinjiang said, "When dealing with the education of the children of ethnic minorities, the government has organized a mandatory and isolated education for them. With public security police officers as their teachers, the young Uyghurs are forced to study a uniform Chinese curriculum arranged by the government. They must speak Chinese, eat pork, wear Han clothes, and live according to the Han people's habits and tradition. They are restricted to this environment, with no chance to contact the outside world. Indoctrinated with such a heavy-handed and forced education, these children of ethnic minorities become unconsciously obedient to the Chinese Communist Party government." In 2017, similar Loving Heart schools, together with transformation through education camps, have appeared in large numbers in Xinjiang. According to sources, in Lorp County alone, 11 Loving Heart nurseries for children aged 1 to 3 years and 9 Loving Heart kindergartens for children aged 3 to 6 years have been built. 7 Loving Heart full-time nursery classes have been set up in junior and senior middle schools. Among them, Shenhua Kindergarten's Loving Heart full-time nursery class teaches 150 toddlers aged 1 to 3 years old. Udu Loving Heart Kindergarten teaches over 500 children aged 3 to 6 years old. Lorp County No. 3 Elementary School teaches more than 900 children aged 7 to 16 of double-detained families. In Lorp County alone, as many as 2,000 children are being held for aggregated supervision. As the reporter was ending the interview, many more Uyghur children were being sent to the shelter house in Kopkal County. Among them, the oldest is 17 or 18 years old. The youngest is only 3 years old. While waiting to register, the children looked into the distance with complex expressions on their faces. Perhaps this is the last free time they will have before being placed in state-forced indoctrination.